go home around lunchtime.
Okay.
And really, it's just the
It's just
the
the
time
way
is
afterwards.
just a little bit, but there's a little bit of way before too, because first you sign in on the first floor, get registered, they take you up to the OR, you get changed, you meet the doctors, you meet the anesthesiologist and the surgeon, and then the procedure happens. So that whole period right there is a good 2 hours.
Okay, no problem. I just thought the actual surgery was 5. I was like, oh no.
Then when we're actually in the surgery, you're asleep with like a twilight sleep, and
Can I go? I don't like that though. Can they put me under?
yeah, you're completely under. You don't remember anything.
Yeah, because
But
that
you're
twilight
not-
sleep is like when you're like wake.
No, that's called conscious sedation. That's something
Okay.
different.
Yeah, I don't want to see or
The
hear it.
really deep anesthesia is when they paralyze you and they have to put a tube down your throat.
Mhm.
You don't need that because it's so short. So what they do is they put a little mask at the back of your mouth to help
Exactly.
you breathe, so you don't have a sore throat when you wake up.
Okay.
So it's a little bit different. So, but you won't remember anything. You'll go to sleep when you wake up and say, hey, did
Yeah,
it
like
happen?
my surgery. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
it's the same feeling. So at the actual surgery, we use a special type of X-ray called fluoroscopy. So we have a monitor right at the bedside. We can see all your blood vessels, and we actually see live the needle going into your blood vessels. So it's really kind of diminished the complications involved. But there's always risk anytime we cut the skin. There's always risk for bleeding, bruising, scarring, and infection. And in this case, depending on which vein they go for, especially if they go for the vein that runs under your collarbone here, it's really close to the top of your lung. There's a small risk that you could get your lung punctured if that happens. Usually it's just a small part of the top of the lung falls down a little bit, and most people just re-inflate it on their own. It's not a big deal, but it makes you stay overnight in the hospital for a day or two to make sure that your lung stays inflated. That's the worst of the complications, and it hasn't happened in a really long time, but it's something that I have to let you know about. And then what happens once you're sort of awoken, you're taken to recovery. While you're there, we do a chest x-ray. That's where we make sure that both lungs are fully inflated and that the line's in the right place.
Okay.
And then once you kind of get conversant, we're able to talk, then they'll transfer you to the second phase of recovery, and you can be with your family there.
Okay.
So that's pretty much how it goes. But it's a good 4 hours here.
Okay. All right, no, that's no problem. I just thought it was the actual surgery. I was like, oh no, I'm not doing that again. Okay, so they'll set up a date for
Yeah.
anything.
So if it's something that you think you're interested in, I can look at dates with you right now.
And that's the only place that they can put it is in your chest?
They do, in other facilities they have these things called passports that go in the arm. We found that that's actually more comfortable on the chest wall and a little easier for the nurses to access too. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds
You
cool.
think it sounds okay? All right. So we can look at maybe next week, or do you have anything scheduled?
No, I was trying to see
When's your
when my
infusion?
next infusion was, because I can kind of gauge like if I want to do it from now on, because the first 2 have been fine.
Okay.
But
Do you
then
know
I
how
guess,
many you're going to have?
no, I don't. She said from last week it's going to go to every 2 weeks, 30 minutes every 2 weeks, and then I guess they do the scans and see if it's helping or not.
Okay. Is it in the same spot? The same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, she said for the infusion or the tumor.
The tumor. The tumor's in the same spot.
Yeah, well, actually, she said we can't do another surgery because it's deeper in my nervous system.
Oh, that's right.
whatever.
I saw that it extended to your brainstem.
Yeah, so I can't do another surgery. So that was the reason for the aggressive chemotherapy.
Okay.
Whatever. So.
Well, it sounds then if there's not any surgery, then you may potentially be on some sort of chemotherapy, whether it be always the IV or just a pill.
Yeah, I tried the pill and it wasn't working. I tried Timidar, so the tumor scanned back, and so that's where we're at now.
Okay, so you might be one of those people who just is on some form of chemotherapy forever, yeah.
Yeah.
So you might,
Want to try
want to try it just because.
Can we do 2 weeks out?
Yeah. These ports last for like 5 years, so if you end up having it for going on 4 or 5 years, and you'll just come back and we can just exchange it for a fresh one.
Yeah, I think I'll be waking up one day with a miracle and they'll be gone. So I always hear all these stories like, or shit, where you at, God? Come get them.
Come take these away.
Yeah.
So right now we're the first week of July, so We can look at the 15th or the 16th or the 23rd or 22nd or 23rd. Actually, I think the 15th.
Okay.
I know for sure I can do the 22nd or 23rd. I might be short.
That's July.
Yeah. Want to look at the
What
calendar?
about like say like August?
I can do any time in the beginning of August.
The beginning of August would be
Okay.
fine.
How about August 5th or 6th?
6th.
Okay.
What day is it?
It's a Friday.
Friday?
So it's a Thursday or a Friday.
Thursday or Friday.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
you'll be pretty much healed up after the week. I mean, you'll still have some healing on your skin to go, but
Okay.
as far as feeling pretty decent,
No,
you'll be okay
okay.
on Monday. Okay.
That's cool, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, August 6th then. Okay, so let me work up all the papers, get them ready to go to the operating room. I'm going to need you to have a
Sign
couple
my
of...
life away.
No, have a couple of studies unless you've had them recently. Have you had an EKG of your heart?
No.
Ever? No. How old are you?
I'm 37.
37. Yeah, I think we're going to do it just because
I think
of the
so too,
chemotherapy.
because I've been having some pains and stuff in my heart, so.
Okay, and also because the chemotherapy you've been on, it can always have a little effect there. So we'll do the EKG and the chest x-ray. I didn't see a recent chest x-ray. It's all one from October, but it's not.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, so we need to just repeat that. I think your labs will be okay, but I'll double check because you have to have labs within 30 days, and so today is 30 days.
Yeah.
So anything past today, I mean not today, but anything that happens after August 6th, we'll have to have it repeated. So we'll just try to minimize the pokes.
Okay, cool, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
I hate the pokes.
Yeah. Let me just feel your neck and your chest before you go.
Okay. You're not hitting on me, are you?
No.
I'm stupid.
No.
No, I try to make it as fun as possible, man. It's like, that's why I put it out so long, because I've been back and forth. I just need a break from the hospital sometimes, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sucks.
Do you have kids?
No, unfortunately, I don't yet. Divorced now, no kids.
Okay, Nick. God, it's just this one. And no collarbone fractures when you were younger.
No,
Alright, so you'll have a little, what we call puncture wound here around your collarbone.
no.
And the port will be somewhere around in this general vicinity here. We
Okay.
usually try to go on the right side. Sometimes
Yeah, away
it's,
from the heart, yeah. Yeah.
actually it's a closer trip for us because we go to the right atrium. So, but sometimes we have to go on the left if your anatomy doesn't cooperate, but usually it goes on the right. Take a couple deep breaths. So maybe this paperwork off to the operating room and then the nurse will be in just a minute.
Okay,
Okay, thanks.
thanks. Am I taking those tests today?
If you want, you can
Okay.
do it another time. You don't have to do it today. You have plenty of time between now and surgery.
Okay.